What's up, guys? It's Trill. I have Sgt Lang here, who is a combat engineer, who is going to be giving you an inside view on what it's like being a combat engineer. But I'll go ahead and give him a chance to introduce himself.
Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Sgt Lang. Like you said, I'm 26 years old. I'm originally from Lake Havasu City, Arizona, and I've been in the Marine Corps for 8 years now, gone on 3 deployments, been to 3 different units, and now I'm a recruiter.
Well, there you go, guys. I just want to say thank you, Sgt Lang, for coming on to my channel to give my viewers an inside look on what it's like being a combat engineer. But let's go ahead and get into it. So, Sgt Lang, what made you even want to be a combat engineer?
It's a good question. So when I first decided to become a Marine, obviously I was trying to figure out what job I wanted to do. I come from a military family, so they were all aviation in the Navy. I was kind of drawn towards that. But then the other poolies in the office, they're all infantry, and they're like, you should be infantry, you should be infantry. I was like, yeah, that sounds good. So I was kind of like torn on what kind of job I'd want, something more technical or something more ground pounding, like, super cool. So I kind of wanted best of both worlds. Talked with my recruiter about that. He said, hey, how about being a combat engineer? I was like, what is that? I don't even know what that is. He's like, pretty much you build stuff and you blow stuff up. Gave me a very vague answer on it. And I decided on that being my number one because, like I said, I wanted that balance between having a technical skill and also like being with the infantry.
Okay. What would you say the process was like becoming a combat engineer? Was it an easy one? Was it like a lot of hard like schooling, or what was it like?
So our school is 2 months long. It's down in North Carolina, near you actually, in Courthouse Bay. It's 2 months long. The main things we go over is survivability, mobility, and counter mobility. Those are our 3 main points that we hit our mission. Like I said, it's 2 months long. It's not too in depth. It's very basic, right? It's designed for you to get the basic skills so that when you go to the fleet or the workforce, that you're set up for success. So we go over basic demolition, basic wood framing, concrete, being able to lay concrete, cut trees, and like a lot of other stuff. It's very broad. Our job's very broad. Then they started implementing a few years ago the MOS specific physical tests, or the MISPIS, for all combat engineer or combat related jobs. I know for the infantry, like you guys have, you have to do the ammo cans and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So for that, we have a physical requirement as well. And if you can't meet that physical requirement at the combat engineer school, you have about 3 tries throughout the course. And if you don't make it, then they'll send you back. And I don't know, maybe we should do a video on it. I don't want to get too in depth in it, but it's physically demanding. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah. What are like some things that you like did while you were like a combat engineer?
So the things that I've done, like I said, I've been to 3 different units, and out of those 3 different units, 2 of them were with the infantry, and the other one was with the wing. So that kind of shows how diverse our job is, right? So I was with the infantry the majority of my time, and then I was also with the wing where I supported all the aircraft units there. We did any type of construction. We worked on mainly the airfield. So I was actually deployed to Iraq, and I went out there and fixed the runway because it was getting hit by enemy munitions, I should say. So we were out there fixing runways, building bridges, doing a lot of demolition, especially when we're with you guys. So that's kind of the stuff that I've done. Our motto in the combat engineer community is jack of all trades, master of none. We have to be good enough with all of it because, like I said, I was with a division unit and I went over to the wing, and it was like shell shock. Where am I? It was like a new MOS all around. So a basic overview of that, how the jobs work with the units. If you go to a logistic type unit, which would be a CLB, like Combat Logistics Battalion, or you go to an ESB, an Engineer Support Battalion, their main focus over there is construction and bridges. So that's what they would be doing over there. And they're in a group unit. And then the wing, like I said, that's an aircraft unit, and you'd be supporting them. And then division, you are with the infantry building. You're still doing construction, but mainly you're getting rid of obstacles that are in place. That's pretty much all of what I've done.
You sound like you've done a lot. Sounds like you probably had, a lot of experiences. Probably had some good times, bad times. But yeah, it seems like you've done a lot as a combat engineer. What would be some advice you would give to someone that's trying to become a combat engineer?
So my advice to anybody trying to become a combat engineer is, one, do not, if you are a poolee or an applicant looking to be a Marine, is do not get your hopes up on becoming a combat engineer. Only because I've met too many people that say, I'm going to be a combat engineer, I'm going to be a combat engineer. And then they go through all their initial training, and then they find out that they're not, and that they're a bulk fueler, or they're working and they're doing utilities. Because I want everybody to know that when you're signing a combat engineer contract, it's an engineer/utility contract. Now, it's still going to give you a solid skill set. It's not, you shouldn't have that mindset of like, I'm going to be a combat engineer, and if you're not a combat engineer, then you don't want to be a Marine. We're not a job dependent type of military branch,
Yeah.
You're either a Marine or you're not. So that's one big thing. But then let's say you are a combat engineer out there, or just a Marine in general, be proficient in your job as soon as possible. The better you are at your job, the quicker, the better it's going to help you out, the better promotion and everything like that. And then also focus on the whole Marine concept. And I know I sound like a higher leadership, like first sergeant, because that's what they say all the time, but it's so true. Because yeah, you could be great at your job, but if you aren't physically fit, or you're not smart in other aspects, and you're not doing extracurricular things, then what use are you? You know what I mean? You should go out there and find another course to go to martial arts training, go to any other I went to a foreign weapons instructor course. Like, I went out of my way to find these things that I could go and do. So that is one big thing that I would say. Just be a good Marine in general and learn your job.
Yeah, that's some really good advice. Where everything he just said is 100% true. Well, there you go, guys. That's kind of an inside look on what it's like being a combat engineer from a combat engineer's perspective. Sgt. Lang, do you have anything else you want to say to the viewers?
Yes. So I've actually talked to, I've been a recruiter for a few months now, and a lot of people are kind of worried about after, right? So you do your 4 years in the Marine Corps, and then you move on to something else. So how's the Marine Corps going to help you out? Well, the Marine Corps is going to help you out in a huge amount of ways. There's so many ways that the Marine Corps is going to help you out. And first of all, in a technical job like mine and others, you're going to utilize the USMAP program. So the USMAP program is the apprenticeship program. Everything that you do in your job, you can log that down on the website. Go to this website. We can put the link down in the description, I guess.
Yep.
Get the link down there. So the USMAP program, you can log in your hours, and it's actually accredited by the Department of Labor. So anything that you want to do, you want to get credentials, you want to have something in black and white saying you've done this, go ahead onto that website. Also, college credits. Go for, utilize your tuition assistance, and you'll come out of the Marine Corps a lot better than most. You can start kind of building for your bachelor's degree. Also, a lot of what we do, boot camp's 9 credits. You probably, Trail, I don't know if you even know that.
I didn't even know that. No.
Boot camp counts as 9 credits. And then your MOS, my MOS school counted as 3 college credits. So over the course of time that I've been in, I have over 50 college credits, and I've never stepped foot into a college classroom. So go for those extra courses, utilize tuition assistance, start building your resume up. Specifically into combat engineering, is we do have a lot of construction experience that translates over as well. So it's not like you don't know what a hammer is or something, like you can go to a job site and start running stuff like immediately. You're going to have leadership experience there. The Marine Corps is always going to put you in some sort of leadership position, whether you're a lance corporal or a sergeant or
Yeah.
a first sergeant. Like you're going to be in some sort of leadership position. So that's going to help you out a lot in the civilian sector, because a lot of people just don't do what they're told.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
and then another thing is, and last thing is being able to handle stress. We do handle live demolition on a regular basis. I know you do too, putting that thing into like that to a lot of people is very stressful. And to be able to manage a stress like that and then getting out, everything's kind of like easy after that. So, but that's pretty much it. I just wanted to hit on what it translates to after the Marine Corps, what that looks like.
Okay. Well, I just want to say thank you, Sgt Lang, for coming on my channel and explaining what it's like being a combat engineer, giving such great advice to my viewers. I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, guys, make sure you go check out Sgt Lang's Instagram. Go follow him on Instagram. If you have any questions about being a combat engineer, DM me. If you have, need something to join the Marine Corps, go hit him up, guys. I'm sure he is willing to answer every single question y'all have, guys. But as always, guys, thanks for watching.